Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum. We are going to start class 4th first week summer vacation task, and the very first topic is past verb, which is on book page number 6. Now you can see that I've written the topic is past verb. Before that I explain what is past verb, we need to understand what is verb. Now verb is known as an action word. The action which we do are verb. Verb is something very important in English grammar. It is the verb that tells us whether the action is taking place now or it had take place before. So let's discuss in detail about first verb, and then we'll discuss how these verbs change its form and how does it goes into participles, and we'll discuss book page number 6 in detail. Now let's discuss that what are the important examples of verb. If it is an action word, for example, walk, talk, run, eat, sit, sneezing, etc. are all actions. Now we'll discuss how these words change its forms and why is it important to change the form of the verbs. It is important that if we are studying verb, we must know about the tenses, because the main role is in English grammar is played by tenses. The very first we are going to discuss is present tense. Now what is present tense? Present tense, something which is happening right now at this moment, is called present tense, which means right now I am explaining verb to you. This is present tense. We use first form of verb in present tense. For example, run, walk, talk. Now the important thing about present tense is that if the subject is singular, if one person is doing an action, we will add s with the verb. So it will become he walks and she talks. Why? Because over here the action is done by one person. If the action is done, start. Now example of present tense are run, walk and talk. There are certain rules and regulations which should be followed while doing the tenses. We add s with the verb if the subject is singular. So it will become he walks and she talks. Remember one thing, if the action is done by many people, then we do not add s with it. Is it clear to everyone? Now we have discussed present tense and now we'll discuss past tense. The difference between the two is that in present we discuss something which is happening right now and we use first form of verb in it. Now we are discussing that in past tense, what is actually past tense? Past tense is something which had already happened, an action that had already taken place. Remember always, whenever we write the things or convert the things from present into past, the verb changes its form. Second form of verb is used in past tense. Run will change into ran, walk will change into walked. Now it's time to discuss past participle. Now in past participle, third form of verb is used in past participle. Third form of verb with have, has and had. I always tell my students that once you understand that which form of verb is used in which tense, once you understand it, then it will be easy for you people to always speak English and write English. So the important thing over here is that if it is past participle, we are using have, has and had. There are certain rules which should be applied. We use have with plural subject. If many people are doing an action, so like I, you, we will use have with it. Remember students, I is considered and you is considered as plural in English grammar. We use has if the action is done by one person, he, she, we use has with it. We use had if something had happened long before. So this is the difference, that we use third form of verb in past participle and we use have, has and had. Now last but not the least, we are going to discuss present participle. Now according to the rules of English grammar, we use ing with the verb. When we use ing with the verb, it means present participle over here means that it's an ongoing action, which means it is not yet finished. It is in continuous form. I always tell my students to keep certain things in their mind, that is, am, are is used in present tense, was and were are used in the past tense. Now it depends that is used with the subject which is singular, we use is with it. If it is I, then we use am with it, and if the action is done by many people, we, they is used with are. Same is the case with the past tense. We use was with singular subject and we use were with the plural subject. Start. Now this is the question which is given on book page number 6, and which says that we are going to change the words into participle. Now what we have to keep in mind is that there are some words which are in regular form and the others are in irregular form. If we see the first one, it's break, broke and broken. Break is the first form, broke is the second form and broken is the third form. Now this is regular verb because all these three have some connection with each other and we can relate them to one another. If we look at the second one, it says show, the second form will be showed and the third will be also showed. Now both of these are regular verbs. If we look at the third one, go, went, gone. Now this is the example of irregular verb. It is called irregular verb because go, went and gone are totally changed from one another. Be, cheat, cheated, cheated, stream, streamed, streamed, hear, heard, heard, say, said, said. Now say, said and said is also the irregular verb. Spread, spread, spread. Now our second topic is noun. Whenever I ask my student that what is a noun, they always say naming word. What do we understand when I say naming word? It means that anything in this entire world has a name. So everything that has a name is called noun. Now it is a name of a person, place, animal and things, in which the entire universe can be covered because there are people, there are places.